Apakah suara saya terdengar jelas?
Jelas.
Terdengar jelas, Bu.
Nah, halo Ibu Farrah. Assalamualaikum.
Ya, Waalaikumsalam.
Salam kenal Ibu Farrah, bertemu secara virtual. Mohon izin perkenalkan diri. Saya moderator yang akan memimpin acara kuliah umum hari ini. Nama saya adalah Elnovani Lusiana, dosen di Prodi Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Sains Informasi. Salam kenal kepada Ibu Farrah dan kepada teman-teman semua yang hadir di ruang Zoom ini. Juga selain dari mahasiswa Prodi Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Sains Informasi juga hadir mahasiswa dari prodi lainnya. Karena the topic is very interesting, so many students that will attend this Zoom meeting. Oke, telah hadir di antara kita ada Prof. Ninis. Assalamualaikum Prof. Ninis. Selamat pagi. Juga ada Bapak Dr. Agus Rusmana.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mohon maaf off cam ya.
Iya, terima kasih Prof. Ninis sudah hadir. Pak Dr. Agus Rusmana. Selamat pagi Bapak.
Selamat
Bapak
pagi,
belum
selamat
buka
pagi.
kamera. Iya. Bapak, kami menunggu untuk Pak Dr. Agus Rusmana mengawali acara kita di pagi hari ini dengan dua patah kata sambutan. Mungkin mewakili Ibu Kaprodi, Ibu Dr. Utelis Hadijah yang sedang ada agenda rapat direktorat. Kepada Pak Dr. Agus Rusmana, silakan.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu Nova. Ibu Farrah Diana, selamat hadir, selamat datang di Fakultas di program studi ilmu perpustakaan. Kalau di kami namanya Library and Information Science. Jadi kalau bahasa Indonesianya perpustakaan dan sains informasi, gitu ya. Dan itu nama baru, nama Indonesianya. Jadi kalau bahasa Inggrisnya tetap sama, hanya di Indonesiakan oleh Menteri, namanya jadi Perpustakaan dan Sains Informasi. And I welcome you all, the participant of this guest lecturing. Saya menyambut gembira atas kesediaan Ibu Farrah jauh-jauh dari Malaysia datang ke Zoom untuk memberikan materi yang sangat luar biasa, dan saya berharap materi yang Ibu sampaikan nanti bisa digunakan oleh semua peserta untuk menjadi bekal pengetahuan di kemudian hari. Saya juga mewakili Ketua Prodi, Ketua Program Studi Program of the Information and Library Science, menyambut kedatangan Ibu, dan saya mohon nanti Ibu memberikan semua, tidak ada yang disimpan, Bu. You don't hid your science, your knowledge, you give all the science to us. So we will have a new site or new experience in the library and information science. As you know that the information and library science in Indonesia is not very popular. I heard that the same happened in Malaysia. So by having this lecturing, maybe we have a new site and we can have more confidence in having that program studi. Jadi saya mintakan ke Ibu untuk memberikan semua ilmunya. Habiskan saja, Bu, tumpahkan. Ini. Terima kasih, Ibu.
Iya, terima kasih
Saya menggunakan earphone, apakah jelas? Ya. Terima kasih Bapak Dr. Agus Rusmana yang telah menyampaikan sepatah dua patah kata menyambut kehadiran Ibu Dr. Farrah Diana Saiful Bahry. Ya, terima kasih nih mahasiswa 130 orang yang hadir dari program studi kearsipan Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik, juga dari prodi kita tentu mahasiswa kita tercinta dari prodi Ilmu Perpustakaan dan Sains Informasi. Nah, baiklah, tanpa membuang waktu kita akan memulai acara hari ini. Kuliah umum bersama Ibu Farrah Diana Saiful Bahry. Namun sebagai moderator saya akan mohon izin untuk membacakan kurikulum vitae dari speaker kita hari ini, Dr. Farrah Diana Saiful Bahry, lecture School of Information Science, College of Computing, Informatics and Mathematics, Universiti Teknologi Mara, UiTM, Malaysia. Profile of Dr. Farrah Diana Saiful Bahry. Column list. He holds a post as head Center of Studies at Faculty of Informatics Management, UiTM. Research interests are related to web design and user experiences, web evaluation and user behavior, web archiving and web content retrieval. With 7 years of experience in the government studies, Ibu Farrah also put an interest on government website, government digital initiative, and government information technology adoption. Ibu Farrah also teaches in the areas of information system, web design and content management, and technical organization. Also have 10 indexes, publication, wow, 9 other publications, also have so many experience in ongoing research 5 and complete research already 7 number of research, and also have 7 innovation and awards. Yeah, and have 4 collaboration competition, yeah, Ibu. Okay, maybe I read this very long CV in a short time. So we will start the lecturing with Dr. Farrah Diana Saiful. The topic is web archiving, preserving the web for future generation. To Ibu Dr. Farrah Diana, time is yours.
Terima kasih. Thank you so much to the moderator, Dr. Lusiana. I guess I can call you Dr. Lusiana, right? Bisa kan?
Nova, Ibu.
Okay. Thank you also for Prof. Agus just now for the welcoming speech. Okay, first of all, Salam Nusantara to all audience in the online, to all the professor, doctors, and other members in the Faculty Communication Science, Universiti Padjadjaran. First of all, I would like to thank you so much to the Dean of the Faculty of Communication Science, and also to the Head of Study Program, Library and Information Science, Dr. Utali Siti Khadijah, and also to the Head of Communication and Information Department for the opportunity given to me in sharing knowledge related to the web archiving. Okay, I've been teaching for the web archiving Actually, web archiving is one course newly introduced in one of our degree program, which is information science, information content management. Yeah? Degree in information science, honors information content management. So this program is quite new, been introduced since 2018. Yeah. So I started this course while archiving, developing the notes and the delivering lectures since 2019 because it's been introduced for the second semester class. Before that, in our faculty also, previously our faculty known as Faculty Information Management, Universiti Teknologi Mara. Currently, we are being merged into the College of Computing, Informatics, and Mathematics. So our faculty also already been rebranded and known as a Center of Information Sciences. Maybe just like you all in the studies of library and information science, right? As told by Prof. Agus just now, in Indonesia is being known as apa tadi ya, Prof?
Perpustakaan dan sains informasi.
Perpustakaan dan sains informasi.
Sains informasi. Ya, di sini panggilnya maklumat. Ya, di Malaysia.
Oh, iya.
Sains maklumat. Okay, without further ado, I guess
Ibu, apakah mau dibantu share screen or you will share by
I
yourself?
will share the screen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We try whether it's okay or not first. Bisa lihat ya?
Ya, clear Bu.
Jelas ya? I make the slideshow for the first slide. Hopefully everyone can see. Okay, this is the outline lah. Regarding web archiving, preserving the web for future generation. Maybe I will talk about some web archiving evolutions, the overview, the significance of web archiving guides and workflow, web archiving tools, and also web archiving initiative in Malaysia. So basically, this topic also related or part of our web archiving course. Yeah? Okay, let's go to the evolutions of web archiving. Maybe some of you also already know that web archiving actually been started on 1996 by National Library of Australia and Sweden, and also the Internet Archive team. Yeah, it started by collecting data and information which available on the web 1996. During that time, the World Wide Web still, we can say that just a limited number of content. Yeah, during 1996. So after that, during 7 to 98, similar action be taken by other national library such as Norway, Denmark, Finland, and icebergs. So they all from time to time have participating in the groups and creating their own web archiving collection for their country. In 2001, the Internet Archive launched. This Internet Archive is the web archive services then that been developed by the team in order to give the services to all public or to institution that need that services. And on the 2003, when the groups keep increasing in terms of the participation, they established the International Internet Preservation Consortium. They call it as IIPC. They start with 12 participating institutions. This IIPC, until nowadays, we're gonna take lead or in charge whatever standard or activity related to web archiving. Yeah? And one of the biggest, the Internet Archive, when the Internet Archive launched, they also created a huge portal. They call it as a Webback Machine. Yeah? This one, in order to accommodate, to deposit all the web archive content that already been crawled. Yeah? In 2006, Internet Archive in partnership with 13 other institutions launched Archive It for the web archiving. All right. We go to the web archiving overview. Yeah. What is actually web archiving? Some students sometimes may or tend to confuse with digital archivings. Yeah, digital archive. There is slightly different. What I can say that the main different or the main thing in web archiving is we are archive the website in real time. Yeah, using web crawler. Yeah, web crawler will visit a selected website or seed. We call it seed on a certain date on that particular time, and we visit via, and we're gonna crawl it via URL. Okay, and normally the crawler explore the seed via its hyperlink and copying content as it goes. That is web archiving. Okay, as we all know, normally even we have one university website or faculty website, but the content's gonna be interchangeably. So maybe the updated content is also very valuable. So when we updating the new news or the new organization chart, for example, we're gonna tend to duplicate the existing one. So we might lose the previous content. So sometimes it's good when we archive the website, such as the faculty website, from time to time lah, or by schedules. Yeah. According to the Library of Congress, web archiving is the process of creating an archival copy of a website. An archive site is a snapshot. Normally in web archiving, they call it the web archive content as a snapshot. According to new 2012, is gathering up digital material from the web, ingesting it, ensuring that these material are preserved in an archive, and making the collected material available for future use and research. And one thing, when we already archive, we're gonna to preserve the web archive material in a proper way. So later on, we're gonna take a look. Just now, what it means by snapshots. Yeah, a snapshot is a copied content assured in a quality preserve format within ISO format that is called WARC. Yeah, the main document or the good document when we archive is supposedly in a WARC file. Yeah. So this is the WARC file. Basically, WARC file gonna have a record consist of a header and block of content and separator. They include also the archive content and also the metadata. This is the good one about the WARC file, and it also gonna secure or preserve the content in authenticity, in original forms. Inside there also they have a metadata such as the archive date, the content published date, and so on. Okay, as a basis, we need to know when we talk about archiving, we need to know also the good format of archiving file is WARC file. Yeah. So this basically WARC file formats, yeah, the detail about it, and also the example of the WARC file being read in the codes format, yeah. Is allowed to add content describing another WARC record of any type and even possibly another metadata records, yeah. However, we also have other practice or other kinds of file. For example, other crawler like HashTrack, they're gonna crawl the website and give us the real web document such as HTML, .php, and other related media that related in that particular website. Yeah. So we go first to the why significance or why we should archive. Okay, as we know, normally our increasing of content in the World Wide Web nowadays is already been measured by zettabyte, terabyte. Yeah, we also updating our social media, updating our website or government website or corporate website day to day. Yeah, so for promotion, for keeping it updates from time to time. So what we need to do normally URL. Nowadays also we tend to easy to creating a website, and we also creating a new website. We also have a needed requirement to update from time to time and need to have a bigger web server in order to accommodate our content in the webs. So what we almost encounter is URL decay, means the website that is no longer supported by the web server, and maybe some crash also can be happen to our web server or disabled by the authoritative body or the third party that in charge of the server, and the web resources also can be overlapped and lose from time to time as we personally updating that. Yeah, just like our profile, we have so many picture profile to be update from time to time, but however we sometimes tend to lose our 5 years, 3 years or 2 years picture profile. Am I right? So that's why sometimes it's good if we also do our personal web archiving. We need to update also and do the web archiving for our own digital content. Such this one, this is my personal curriculum vitae. Yeah, supposedly this is the web profile that I embed into my CV. This web URL is from my former faculty, Faculty Information Management site. However, when we merge into college, our UiTM, our college make a new versions of site or upgrading the site and creating a new path for our directory. So when we don't update the link here, and when the audience want to go to the particular link, there is no longer ever available. This is also the issues of URL decay. And I as a personal owner of the content lost my previous information, my researcher informations, my details information here. Yeah, this is what we need to encounter lah. That's why we need to do the web archiving. Another issues or another why we need to have a significance of web archiving activity, especially this one, intellectual property and organizational value. This is for the views of corporates and also institution like our university. We have so many informations. I look at your university, they have collections of books by the lecturer in the website. We have also list of research, title, research grant, names, and so on in our website. But sometimes we can lose that when we updating our website from time to time. And we also gonna lose this intellectual property and organizational value when we change it. Yeah. In terms of nationals and cultural heritage value, like our country itself, we have our trademarks. We have our signature dishes that the recipe of lemang, for example, that is a part of our cultural heritage. We also have historical information on the website nowadays, and whatever content today related to our superior, related to our achievement, recognition, also can be part as a cultural value in the future. Yeah. Legislative evidence for a business or historical purposes. Yeah. There is so many cases, like Malaysia itself, when we don't have or we don't keep the evidence, we're gonna lose some of our heritage. We're gonna lose some of our asset as well. Yeah, that's already been happened previously. So we don't want to make it happen again in the future. That's why we need to keep all the content wisely. Yeah, we need to preserve it because nowadays everything we put in the website, right? So some of the content in the social media, in the website could be as a legal evidence. Yeah. Other than that, as a corporate memory, yeah, our faculty also currently have event for video raya. That one also become a corporate memory. So many corporate do the video raya as well, yeah, for the advertising, for the motivational community services and so on. So that also become a corporate memory that have a value in the future. Yeah. Corporate information heritage and also social memory for all of us that already become social media tegar, for example. Yeah, we put everything in our social media. So we don't want to lose any of the content. Yeah. Hopefully, you can follow just now why we need to have web archiving practice. Yeah, either for personal practices or institutional practice. Are you all with me? Adakah sudah mengantuk?
Clear, Ibu.
Mahu ketiduran? Okay.
Mereka sedang menyiapkan pertanyaan untuk diskusi nanti.
Terima kasih. Student also maybe can take notes, right? Can take note, or just if you want to ask, especially to students, to ask, maybe you can just raise up your hand. I will answer immediately. Okay, can I continue?
Sure.
This is the web articles, the best practices frameworks or guideline, applied by the group or practitioner in the web archiving projects. Previously until nowadays, and there is so many app detection already been done. I in the class also gonna teach student in practicing the web archiving using these frameworks. Basically, if we take a look, like there is so many layer or circles in this frameworks. I normally divide it into 4. Policy, outer layer, metadata layer or circles, and also the inner circles, the orange one, by 4 circles lah I mentioned just now. For my class, I also divided the topic into 3. Outer layer with the policy, metadata, 1 topics, and also the inner layer, 1 topics. If you take a look, all of these are actually governing the web archive collection at the inner circles. Di dalam ini web archive collections. So let's take a look. The inner circles. First thing first is policy. Policy and also the inner circles. We take a look. Normally policy is related to, we have to know first in our in institution, for example, in our country, do we have a policy to do the policy related to the web archiving? Are we okay or allowable to do this practice, archiving the website? And also sometimes we need to, in the broader view, country, for example, we need to find which app that we should refer. This web archiving process is allowable, not restricted or not fall under act, which act, Okay, later on we look at the Malaysia initiative, which act they're gonna refer. So if we have some policy to support this web archiving, then we can proceed. After that, only we go to the outer circles, that comprise of vision and objective, resources and workflow, use, reuse, assess, use and reuse, preservation and risk management. What is all about vision and objective? Normally, it need to be our web archiving program, the one that we want to propose or the one that we want to do must align with our institution objective. Either to secure our heritage, secure our information for cultural heritage, or to secure our digital asset for the institutions. So that is aligned with the visions and objective lah. Resources and workflow. We also need to know first. Is there a budget or budget support in terms of financials or fundings from other parties? Do we have the experts in archiving, in managing the server, the repository, in developing it, or we need to use other third party, other management or administrative staff or archive staff sometimes, because the archivists, normally they know how to manage the web archive content later on. Potential collaborators, if we don't have the real expertise that can do this web archiving process 7 days a week or continuously, we need to have a potential collaborator to do the certain tasks that we cannot cope. Then okay, after that we also need to think about access, use and reuse. Institution make decision about whether how to provide access to their collection. When we have a collection, when we look at what type of the collection, how we gonna monitor this collection, because this already become our digital assets. Who gonna access which collection? Whether if we do this for the research purposes, maybe we need to restrict the collection by system that have user login, for example. Okay, so we need to plan first. What is the content? How big is the content? Where to put, and also who can access it? This is what we need to discuss in access, use, and reuse. Preservations. What kind of website should be preserved? Institution make decision about how they want to preserve the data they collect in their web archiving. How means when or by schedules or types of archiving, whether thematics or continuously. Then what formats of archiving that we gonna do later on. So it's normally related to long-term preservation as well. Okay, risk management. We also need to discuss what are the risks. Normally look at the copyright issues and permissibles. Whether maybe we need to have permission from the authorized or the owner of the website first, because sometimes our the one that we need to archive, for example, we want to make the thematic approach of archiving. We want to collect about recipe just now, recipe in a Malay recipe, for example. So the content maybe come from other website, from outside of the there is a owner of the website. So we need to ask their permission first. Okay. Risk management also sometimes involved with the preparation or continuing management of the hardware and software involved later on. Okay. Okay. Just now we talked about policy and also second outer or outer of web archiving life cycle. On the third or the third circles is actually metadata that we're gonna learn later on, and the inner circles of web archiving life cycles, which comprise of appraisal and selection, scoping, data capture, storage and organization, and also quality assurance. Okay, these circles actually we already get the approval in terms of policy, in terms of the vision and mission and so on just now in the outer layer. During this time, we already want to embark with crawler that we want to use. What we start already with appraisal and selection. We start with what are the website or website content that we want to crawl or we want to archive. Such this example is the seed list. Seed list of the history of Malay Royal of Pahang, Perak, Terengganu, and Selangor. This is one of the example of assignment that we give to my student. Okay, they have the case study. Each student must take a different thematic title of the case study. Such this one is the themes of historical education. They need to choose the historical education topic that learned by the secondary schools in Malaysia. So one of the topic is this one, the history of Malay Royal of Pahang, Perak, Terengganu, and Selangor. For the case study, they need to search and get at least 20 URL related to the topics. 20 URL, and they need to at least read and to know to build this seed list that include the profile of the website, such as website name, the URL, the website types, website scopes, either the website is from local or outside Malaysia. And sometimes I also will ask them to add other profile as well. This is last semester's one. And subtopics. This is the main topic and this is the subtopic. And some new improvement I make for this case study, I ask the student when they do the seed list, for the appraisal and selection phase, they need to come up with metadata such this. At least 3 metadata related to this particular URL website content. Okay, so they have to come up until 20 URL. We don't go to the crowd yet, but later on they need to look also using other tools to understand or to measure the website profile in terms of size, the website size, the website crowd time, durations. So at least we know that how big is this website, whether we can manage to crawl later on using web archiving crawler or not. So this is appraisal and selection. Scoping normally either we want to have the whole website or one particular page. So that is scoping. Data capture, we already use the crawler in order to do the web archiving. And after that, we need to know or to plan in terms of storage and organization. For our classes, in the first stage, after they do this data capture or crawling, they will put all the web archive content into a organized in the folder formats of Google Drive. Then we arrange it into Google Drive. Then quality assurance. Normally when we already finish do the crawling, we're gonna test back whether the crawl is successful or not. We look back at the content. We try to replay back the work file, for example. Okay, this is the, after the seed list just now, this is the profile or the some investigation been done for the website in terms of their time capture, size, number of file, and number of folder. Such this data we get from the crawler called httrack. Later on we take a look. First, just now when we want to do the data capture, we need to adapt web archiving implementation flow. Yeah, such this one on my left side. This is the simple one that we also take from Malaysia National Archive 2009. Yeah. What we need to do first, we already have install URL just now. Then we identify or put the metadata, configure crawler, configurations of the crawler. Then we run the crawl and harvest, quality control, analyze website content, analyze bags, verification of the data, and then store in web server. That is the simple way. This is also actually adapted from the web archiving life cycle just now, yeah. Which one that have a quality control, have a data capture, and so on. Okay. On the right side, right? Actually, this one also, if you take a look, it also workflow of selective web archiving, yeah, that I took or adapted from a paper actually. If you take a look, this one is quite in depth a little bit because it include also the indexings, yeah, indexings part, then they have the log and report files. They have the error when there is error happen, there is a error correction. So such this one is already been practiced by the researcher. Yeah. So I just want to make the overview for the student. Normally, there is a at least basics flow that we can follow as a personal archiving, and also the detailed one that maybe we need to do this for the institutional base of archiving project. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, I just add about the still in web archiving life cycles stages, in terms of access, use, and reuse. How to manage the web archive collection just now. We also need to look back on the access policy. We need to create sometimes the access policy when we already have a huge web archive collection, whether we can make it open, public access, or we want to register to have a registered user. Yeah. Because when we have registered user, we easily to keep tracks the user tracking, download which content that been download most, which content been commented, been used, or which content that really used. Yeah. So we need to value or evaluate also the value of each of our archive content, because when we have overwhelmed or huge of data in our repository later on for web preservation, we cannot cope to maintain all the content till more than 10 years. Maybe the least access of the content need to be demolished or removed from this repository. Okay, protected. Maybe there is some sensitive content or some valuable content that's still under the research, need to become a protected content. Okay. We also sometimes how to make it commercialized, web archive content. There is many project actually, web archiving project. For example, web archiving of Singapore. They already make it public. Most of the web archive content, especially the content like photo or video that have historical value, that have a national value for the Singapore, like their building image, like their other heritage value, and they share it in the social media as a commercials value, as a commercials and promotion value. Statistical web usage monitoring and reportings also is good lah, in order to maintain or to know which content is usable most. This is also we can do by creating our own web features in our web repository, or we can use other web tools in order to do it. In terms of digital preservation strategies for preservation, normally what we need to know or to discuss more, storage capability. As I mentioned, we cannot bear or cope with the over huge amount from time to time. Development of digital repository for easy retrieval as well. File format that we're gonna maintain. Quality criteria, from time to time we can look at the redundancy, transparency and data integrity checks. So that we're gonna have only the quality web content in our repository. Duration of web preservation, either for long-term or one-time collections. This is for institutional web project also. Normally, if long, it also relate, is a long term, is relate with the storage capability as well. And in one-time collection, we also know how to market the web content for commercial value, so that we can have a cycles of turnover for this project. This is option that we have on web archiving. Either we develop our own local digital repository, we use a proprietary web archive services such as Archive-It. Of course, Archive-It also need to have a fee base. And when we have local digital repository, we have our own authoritative in terms of the repository, but we also need to invest in order to develop and to have the staff or IT personnel to maintain that. Like risk management. Just now, normally what easier in terms of risk management, because we want to avoid copyright infringement, for example. What we can do, or what normally I ask students to do for their case study, look at the fair use website content, which is whichever open access website that can be accessed publicly and have no specific copyright claim and infringement, we can archive from our, we can archive remotely lah, from our own PC or notebook or server. Okay. If not, what we need to do, we have to have a written permission from site owner before archiving. Sometimes for the more advanced, we can have permissions management tools. Provide an automatic way for site owner to exclude their site from the archiving process. We can have a notification like that. Then when they said no, so our automatic archive will exclude their website. Capturing content without use website content being identified. Ni terus capture lah. Alright. So just now, that is the some guidelines and flow for the web archiving. what we need to know first. Yeah. When we already have our set list, we already do some preliminary study on the website size, the duration to crawl, what content that we really want to preserve, such as the photo or the video or the paragraph or the reporting document in the website. Then we can choose a tool just now, right? So for my class, normally, I will ask students to use two tools, yeah, HTTrack website copier, HTTrack, and also Conifer. Yeah, HTTrack is a application need to be installed in our notebook or laptop. Yeah, and Conifer. This is Conifer. This is a web-based crawler actually. That can accommodate us to crawl from the Conifer itself, and we can have the WAP file immediately. When we download it from here, also can. And another option, actually, we have also the Chrome widget. We call it Wall Crate. The Wall Crate also allow us to have a WAP file instantly of the website that we visit through the Google Chrome. So these three tools that I normally ask students to use and explore. Okay, we take a look at the HTTrack first. What HTTrack tools is the name also the copier, but also inside there is their own crawler that can do the archiving. One thing, using HTTrack, we don't have the WAP format, archiving file, but they will copy exactly the web document of that particular website, which is such as HTML file, all the page, all the hyperlink in the file will be crawled. Yeah. Okay. It's really easy to use and low cost because it's free. That's why I ask students to use it, and it also don't need to have in-depth technicalities. Even laymen also can use it. Is facilitate collection, transcription, or preservation metadata. Yes. We have some a log file also to look at the details about the archive history just now. So we can keep it as our technical metadata for our archiving. It's one convenient tools to use for archive the website and able to manage and view it offline because the website has been downloaded and stored to our own physical storage. This is the first guideline actually I developed for my student, in order to do their case study. I publish it here. Our first project during 2019 is archiving implementation for retrieving Jawi writing collection in WebSpheres. All of these, the articles is I wrote with the pioneer student of the web archiving during that time, 2019. So we plan together what we supposed to do for practicing the web archiving for their case study. First, project titles and location folder of the website content will be stored. Number 2, include the URL of the website. 3, click finish button to begin the download procedure. Number 4, the download progress start being shown. 5, mirroring operation complete status appear. and the download complete. Click on the button named Browse Mirror Website for viewing the downloaded site. And the last one, find and open the page named index.html. Okay. This is the guideline for using HT tracks. Everybody still awake?
Sure, Ibu. My
Mana
students
the studentnya?
and already prepare question. They cannot wait until discussion session. But
Okay.
you'll
I
have
thought
discussion session and
Sedang
we'll collect
di luar.
the question after the presentation.
okay. Actually, I want to
Mahasiswa.
skip a little bit the slide and I want to show the HT track environment. Can or not? Means we
Boleh
want
dong,
to
Gra.
try to
Terus
practice.
Maybe you can try. Yeah,
boleh.
you can try. You will
Okay.
help.
Search this one.
Eh?
Can you all take a look the websites of the
Oh.
faculty?
Nggak, ada itu juga, ada
Yeah.
karyawan yang bawa anak-anak.
Can view the website, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is one of the digital asset for your faculty, yeah? So
Yeah.
we copy the URL. Then let's say you already install the HT tracks. This is the environment of HT track once we open it. I already installed. The installer is simple. You just can install it within 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. The project name. We can put our own project name. Book collection, for example. Project category. Scholars or whatever. This one just become own organizing format lah. And base path actually where the file gonna be located later on. Okay, if you want to have a different folder, like this one, on the right side ni, there is a directory of the folder already. It's gonna located on the C, our C path. So I just leave it the directory, my website, the default directory name, and here the action, what you need to download. Actually using HT track, you can crawl many website. Yeah. What you need to do, I want to download a website, get separated, and I don't use other option lah. I use the first option, and I just paste the URL just now. We can also add another URL, but sometimes I'm not advise a student to do all in one time because it depends on our performance of our PC as well and also our internet capability, right? So I just want to crawl one URL and click next. Okay, I will leave any default, then finish lah. So this is the crawling process in progress. Byte save, how many, link scan, file return, time. So if the website or web page is just a small in size of byte or kilobyte, the crawl process gonna settle earlier. Yeah. So this is just a notification. There is a folder that empty. So whether I need to delete or not. Okay, error is okay. So for our just now, we look at this notification. Mirroring operation complete. Click exit to quick win history track or see log file. So normally I ask student to view our log file. Yeah. The important one is down here. HTTrack website copier mirror complete in 21 seconds. This one we're gonna take for the technical metadata for our web preservation. Yeah. How many links can? I probably not take that one, but the size, 61 file written in byte as well, and also byte received. This one normally I ask student to update it in the sheet just now. Okay, the time, the duration 21 seconds, and the number of file and the size. Okay, that's the important one. For errors, we don't need to stress so much about the error, because this is the error that the HTTrack cannot crawl because of the error 404 just now. The content is no longer available. This is actually the hyperlink that embedded in that particular page that there is no longer ever available. So such this 404 error can be neglected, yeah, right? So when we look at the log completed, mirroring completed, it's okay. But it completed in 0 second, means is not successful. Okay, after that we look at the browse mirroring website here. Here they go automatically. Okay, if you take a look, there's already path here. See my website book collection, Fikom, etc. and index.html. Yeah. So take a look back dekat HTTrack on the, yeah. See, on the folder directory just on the right side, there is a my website folder. Inside it, there is a book collection, the one that I do just now. Okay, when I take a look at my C also, can see my C, right? C directory.
Yeah.
My website. This is the quality control checking also. Look back on the real folder. Yeah. My Windows C, my website, and book collections. Okay, from here we can take a look. Normally we're gonna look at the index.html here. So we're gonna open it back here also. Yeah, if we don't open the HTTrack later on, this is the folder that we need to preserve later on. Okay. And sometimes what we need to do for updating our website, we put this folder into the archive collection of our website. So that is the simple crawling process or simple web archiving using HTTrack. It's just that HTTrack don't use or don't produce us the WAP file. Okay. So what we need to do in order to accommodate the web archiving process, normally we gonna go for another tools, yeah, which is Conifer just now. Yeah, this is example of the collections that been done before. Yeah, a collection about Malayan tigers. This one, this example that the student crowd all of the more or less near to 20 URL in one go. or they manage to upload all the folder become into one interface like this, yeah. Okay. So another tools for archiving, web archiving, we use Conifer. Yeah. This Conifer actually previously known as a recorder.io. But since June 2020, it's known as a Conifer, and it's become well performance in terms of time on crawling as well. Yeah. Okay, when I start teaching this course, 2019, right? So I ever try using the recorder.io, but after a year, I want to use, it's no longer available, but it remote us to the this Conifer. So this Conifer also we can have such this metadata. Yeah. Once we use this, when we archive, we can have the timestamp, the page title, the URL, and also the capture browser. So we also can keep this as our technical metadata. Yeah. Can we go to the Conifer as well? This Conifer, you can take a look the Conifer page now, right? Boleh enggak? Nampak enggak Conifer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is example of the collection that I already crawled as a sample for the student to view. You can easily to crawl to log in or to register as a user using your social media and also Google ID as well. Yeah. I try to re-log in. The network's getting slower. Everyone can listen to me?
Yeah.
Yes, Ibu.
Okay. For a minute, yeah, this Conifer maybe have some issue. Oh, I guess it's already, okay. As easy as this one also. Actually, I already have collection just now, right? So this is actually the first page that we can just straight away to capture or crawling whatever page that we want. Yeah. And we can also add new collection here. Just like just now. Book. Okay. Lecturer book collection. We also can make it public. From Conifer, we can make it shareable, our web archive content. Yeah? I have the name already. Okay, lecturer books collections. Yeah. Here some new features as well. which browser that we want to use, but normally I just use a Chrome, yeah, or use the default one. Session setting. Okay, we just start capturing. When we use the online web services, such this one, it's gonna take some time as well in terms of the internet capability. Because I just use Wi-Fi here. Okay, later on, supposedly we can get the output later on. Just they will update it automatically in the collection later on. Okay. Look at other. Okay, this is example of the crown that already the page that already been crown or been archived. When we already have such this collection, here 2 page lah, and actually we can download also the collection, and it's instantly gonna, for example here, then we download it collection. I have to choose actually. Okay, this is the previous one. Previous page that we already crown during 2021. So from here also we can take this link to share to the either to the Twitter or to the Facebook, Facebook page. Okay, because I make it as a public. So now we try to download it back. If we already have work file, sometimes I ask students, let's say they not finish downloading or crawling the page using this conifer. Normally we're gonna use work rate. Maybe we can take a look later on. There is internet capability involved here. Okay, so let's say I try to open back this Fikom and I use the work rate. Maybe you can take a look deeper on the widget on top of my browser here. Hopefully you all take a look at here, work rate. I click on the work rate, and here there is option button to generate work file. So this is also alternative that we normally use to make a crawling. Yeah, means if we open this page, we are generate work file for this particular page. Okay. So there is 3 tools that normally we practicing um, on web archiving in our class. Actually, the plan is if we can have more technical expert in order to learn or teach our student on creating the crawler itself, that is better. Okay, maybe I can advise also to the lecturer at the University Padjadjaran if they can propose to have the web archiving topics and crawling with capability of develop the crawler as well. It's a good kind of advantage also for our student. Okay, I guess my PC is not so good in terms of internet capabilities. Okay, it's not yet. Supposedly the work file gonna created in our download folder. Yeah. Another issue sometimes restriction. Yeah. In terms of restrictions of the file, either too big or the file is restricted by the firewall or by some algorithm that prevent the widget such this one in order to access to the page. There is also issue of creating work file using workrate is unsuccessful. Okay. So I guess okay. Later on, maybe you can try this widget also easily to included in your Google Chrome browser. Just search workrate widgets for Chrome. Yeah. Whereas about httrack just now also you just can search first httrack installer. There is a page on httracks. So just choose which one that suit your versions of computer or notebooks. Then you can download it and install it immediately. Okay. I guess finish about the tools. So I can go back to my slide. So you all keep the question for the end of the session, is it?
Is there maybe I suggest that you finish your presentation first, then the student will ask at discussion session. Will ask the question.
Okay, baik. In one student, you can try to search just now the httrack or you try to enter the Conifer Conifer archiving. You're gonna see that site. Maybe you can try to register and try to archive a little bit or download the httracks. Okay, maybe some if you have a question later on, I will just accommodate you all. Okay, so now I proceed. This is some information about Conifer. It's a user-driven platform which user can create, curate, and share their own collection of web material. It is even include items that would be only revealed after login in or performing complicated action on a website. On the technical side, Conifer focus on high-fidelity web archiving, items relying on complex scripting such as embedded video, fancy navigation such as Flash or 3D graphic have a much higher success rate for capture with Conifer, than with traditional web archive. They claim that, however, we also try, videos from YouTube and some social media, we able to archive some from it. But using HashiTrack, we cannot harvest or we cannot archive the one that have a login, the one that have a restriction for the login and login with password. So most of application, including social media, we cannot archive using HashiTrack. Okay, but we can try some successfully archive using Conifer. Okay, this is about Walkrate just now, a Google Chrome extension for archiving and individual web pages. Okay, maybe you also can search and try it. However, Walkrate, they just can creating the WARC file. But if you want to display it back, the web page, you want to check back whether we successfully archive the WARC file, the website content, web page content, we need to upload the WARC file into the WARC player, just like Conifer just now. Conifer, we can receive or upload the WARC file from external like Walkrate and preview it through Conifer. Okay. Another one is Whale. It's a graphical user interface built atop multiple web archiving tools intended to be used as an easy way for anyone to preserve and replay web page. This one, we haven't tried it because I guess previously I couldn't get the installer or I couldn't search for the Whale application. So just now finish about the web archiving tools. I would like to take your attention into our subtopic related to web archiving initiative in Malaysia. This is, we can say, the primer one or the big initiative, which is MyGWA, Malaysia Government Web Archive. Been done, it's developed by or organized by Malaysia National Archive since 2017. mygwa.archive.gov.my. That is the URL. Okay. Since 2017, they started with phase 1 to phase 4 during the research and requirement gathering. Phase 2, system design and specification. Of course, this involves the technical part in IT or system development, and also the technical officer from the archive department. Phase 3, system development started. Phase 4, system testing and pilot site. Okay. And during this time, as I mentioned or been told by the IT officer there, there is a combination of groups. Their group is comprised by, supported also by the technical vendor, but they're all doing together developing this MyGWA. During 2018, MyGWA Phase 5 launch and live. It's been implementation. However, start on 2020, MyGWA system enhancements and maintenance been improved, and I guess during this time, they started to have metadata, and the technical and operation of this MyGWA solely been maintained by the National Archive IT department groups and also the archive department. No longer vendor involved in their monitoring process and updates process. This is the latest workflow that they use in maintaining or doing the web archiving. Actually, MyGWA, the web content that been archived is all ministry or ministry website of the government, Malaysia governments. Our National Archive been given a mandate to monitor and archive all the government websites. That's why they have the here, if we compare just now, more or less the same. It's just that they include or improve their quality control. There is 2 quality control. They have a validation or pengesahan jana file works. They're creating the work file, and also they have put it in the portal MyGWA to get an access also. Here they also use the WebEx machine capabilities. Actually, we also some collaborators with this one. Credit to Mr. Izwan, is the IT officer at the Malaysian National Archive. He ever had give a collaborative teaching lecture for our student a couple years back. So some of the slide or content of this of my slide also come from the Mr. Izwan. So this one is the metadata. Okay, just now during explaining about web archiving life cycles, I skip about the metadata circle. But if you take a look, metadata become the single circles in the second layer of the web archiving life cycles, meaning the significance of metadata is crucial also in web archiving. When we talk, we look it here actually, icon, because of the data or this screen is probably prohibited actually. It's part of the web archiving government's MyGWA screen, but actually is described about the metadata being kept in the websites. So it's comprised of URL, keywords in English and keywords in Malay, descriptions in English and also description in Malay, language of the website or the web page, related sources, if applicable, category and subcategory, subjects, other links, additional details, source name, administrative history, and website screenshot. Okay, this is all 15 metadata been kept in the MyGWA web archive content. Means each URL that been archived, we will includes all of these metadata. Okay, Here they mention my GW embedded and added metadata. If you take a look or we compare the metadata been kept by the my GWA, yeah, it's aligned, some of it aligned with the standard of metadata related to the web archiving, which is one is DCMI, Dublin Core Metadata Initiative element, and also OCLC metadata element, yeah, such keywords, language, the subject matters, yeah, all of this is already been planned and already been discussed. Whatever metadata been embed in web archiving repository or application, at least is parallel, aligned with the standard of metadata being used by other web archive project in the world. Okay, this is being advised in from the IIPC, the Consortium of Internet Preservation. Yeah, there is also here they mentioned there is 20 metadata elements. Maybe another 5 is for the technical metadata that been kept on the MyGWA technical itself. Yeah, two stage of verification that been highlight for the MyGWA. So if I also practicing for my class, whatever collections of web archive been developed for their case study and project, they need also to look at the metadata and compare with the existing standards that advisable by the IIPC, yeah, which is these two lah, DCMI metadata element and also OCLC. Maybe there is others, but I actually involved with DCMI group as well. So sometimes I easy to make them analyze the metadata using this standard, because this one also part of the web archiving metadata. Okay. Other initiative, other small web archive initiative in Malaysia, which is such this one. If we take a look at the Library Congress website, there is a collections of Malaysia Web Archive content about past or maybe about political website, political mindset of the political groups in Malaysia that been archived by the Library of Congress. Okay. This is examples of web archive repository is projects, last or final project for our student. Yeah, how they have a thematics formats of web archiving, which is they deposit all the collection of arts and craft in Malaysia that they can find in the World Wide Web. Yeah, about Selangor, about Malaysia, so they make it accessible on the either they use web portal or they develop a website, another website to have a web archival link here. So in this such repository also, they need to include all the metadata description about that particular titles, that particular archive content. Yeah. Sometimes the organizations of the web archive repository, yeah, we can browse or make it available in the repository either by category of subject matters or by timeline. This is the archive collections of news related to the literacy campaign and reading campaigns in Malaysia that done by Public Library of Malaysia. We call it because we know the literacy and readings campaign been organized year to year, every year, annually by our Malaysian library. Such this one is the example of how they organize. It's a collection of Malaysian tiger just now that we look at the HT track page. But here is the web archive repository that they organize according to the timeline or chronological years. 2014, there is a collection about web archive content collection about Malaysian tiger during 2014. And there is also the content on 2016, 2018, and 2019. So they have such this either we can have a video, a different media related to that, related to this Malaysian tiger. We can also view from that either the photos. Such this one is the database design implementation. Actually, first thing first, our class project, they need to produce a database design, ERD, and the implementation. This is the option actually, web portal or database design. This is my study actually to become notes for the student. How we develop M-Figures Archive Repository, which is Malaysian Figures Archive Repository. Is preserving the cultural value or web content related to Malaysian public figures. Storing cultural value of Malaysian figures, web archive content, and storing Malaysian figures of historical memory in the web archive content. If we take a look here, we keep in the tables or the entity, we have 5 tables or 5 entity. The first one, we're going to keep web archive profile. Website profile, or we call it website archive. In the website profile, we're going to have website ID, website name, content titles, content author, who create the website or the author, website type, whether blogs or whether it's news website, and initial URL, and also web year. Okay, this will store the website profile, and it link with the one website profile, one page or one website can be archived frequently, right? So one to many to archive content. So this archive content, the second entity or tables, we're gonna keep our web archive content details. Archive, the archive date, the duration just now, the size, the file size that we get from the archive or crawler process, the number of files, the work file itself, we attach the work file itself, website URL, descriptions, foreign key web ID from the website profile just now, and also role figure ID. Okay, normally our web repository project for student, I mentioned to them these 2 entity is going to be compulsory for them for all of the projects. Semua project mesti ada website archive table and also archive content tables. The rest, other three, this is normally more descriptive or depends on their thematics content or thematic subject they focusing for. Either they archive the Malaysian figures, either they archive for Malaysian warriors or historical warrior, either they collects or they archive about the flora and fauna in Malaysia, either they archive about the Jawi collection just now. So all of this about the content, details content in the web archive that they archive. Such this one, we archive all Malaysian figures such as Rizalman. The Rizalman is uh, our good artist and businessman also. Yeah, Rizalman also one of the designers, international designers. But sometimes his role is become a designer and also become a business and also sometimes influencer, right? Same goes like Siti Nurhaliza. She also a singer. She also become a motivational activist now and also a business woman. So the role could be the role for each figures could be many. That's why we have the figure, we have the role, whether it's businessman, whether it's a singer, whether it's a designer, whether it's the artist, and whatever role. But who contribute as a role figure in Malaysia? So all of it accounted here. Yeah. So this is such an example of web preservation initiative been done. Whenever we already have overwhelm or a box of collection, we need to think of our web archive, web preservation strategies by having a repository such as this one. When we have a database design, then only after that they will go for developing the repository, either in this class or as a prototype or in their next class. They can gonna apply it for their own final year project FYP as well. Okay. This is also the metadata for the M figures. Metadata alignment for with the Dublin Core metadata element and also OCLC. Yeah. Each of our projects or web archiving project, normally we gonna take a look back, whether our descriptive metadata sufficient or not to accommodate or to facilitate future retrieval. Yeah. Information.
Dr. Farrah,
Yeah.
excuse me. I will tell you that you still have 15 minutes to
Is it?
share, yeah, because we really want to have discussion with you, and I'm sure
Okay.
so many interesting questions from our students.
I
Thank
also
you.
done every of my slide.
Okay.
So we open for the Q&A session.
I think you still have the last slide.
Yeah. This is just a research opportunity that may be interested by the researcher.
Oh, so I remind you just on time, yeah?
Yeah, finished already.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, my lovely student, ayo kita mulai sesi diskusi. Kalian boleh bertanya tentang topik diskusi kita hari ini, web archiving, bisa dengan bahasa Indonesia ataupun
Iya,
dengan
bisa.
Inggris. Silahkan, feel free. Uh, kepada mahasiswa kita, please raise hand yang mau bertanya. Ayo, tadi udah nih, siap-siap bertanya. Mahasiswa, silakan raise hand, please. Oke, see, kita ada Hasbi, ada Regina. For the first, I give the floor to Regina. Silakan Regina.
Alright, thank you Ibu. Terima kasih Ibu Farrah buat materinya. I would like very much to ask about the archive. Indonesia's National Archive Institution, or in abbreviation ANRI, or we call it Arsip Nasional Republik Indonesia, is currently working on a platform where the archives are uploaded by the officials to an app so that it will be publicly accessible. I would like to ask, what if a smaller institution such as university, we may say, or a faculty, wants to implement a system like this, but still paying attention to the user exclusivity and the considering web archiving lifecycle and such things that you have conveyed to us. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay,
Ibu, baiknya langsung dijawab atau?
ya, dijawab terus langsung.
Ya,
Takut
silakan.
lupa. Okay, thank you, Miss Hasbi, is it?
Miss Regina.
Miss Regina. Oh, sorry. Miss Regina. Okay. If you want to implement for our department, is it right?
Yes.
So your question just now, if you want to make it exclusive, right?
Yeah, Ibu.
Yeah, it's possible to do that, and we can plan it well in terms of what types of the collection that we want to. Of course, the crucial content, such as our digital assets for our department, just now like a book collection, like our organization charts, our recognition or our prestigious recognition from outside. Then we can use any tools. It depends on the approval of the ICT department as well. Which crawler that we can use, either like Conifer just now or HC Tracks or other, the one that need to the one that have fee base, yeah. But if smaller, I guess we can use the free crawler like just now, and plan it organizedly where to locate the web archive content first, either in the cloud, yeah. Then from time to time we make or create our own repository which is have the user login, yeah. It's good also to have the application or web archive repository that can that have user login for easy to monitor on our web archive content. It's good initiative actually. We start small one first. Is it answering your question?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ibu. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Regina, my dear student, for become the first. And then the second question will come from Hasbi. Hasbi, where is Hasbi? Oh ya, si. Hasbi, silakan mau bertanya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Hasbi.
Ya.
Saya mahasiswa kearsipan digital
Arsipan
di
digital.
Unpad. Dan
Oh,
saya satu-satunya mahasiswa tuli di sini.
yeah,
Sebelumnya,
I'm proud to
mau
have.
terima kasih tentang presentasi ini. Saya ingin bertanya tentang Corniver ini. Apakah Corniver ini membuat akunnya berbayar atau gratis? Dan apakah kalau gratis ini ada jangka waktunya? Karena sebelumnya ketika saya membuat apa namanya WordPress di aplikasi pakai Corniver itu betul-betul gratis nggak sih? Karena saya betul-betul tertarik ingin mencoba dan memperdalamnya. Terima
Ya,
kasih.
ya betul, benar. Ia gratis. Conifer gratis, HD Track also gratis. Cumanya ada limitasi in terms of number of content, the size of content. Ya, if I not mistaken, ada 5 GB rasanya. Bentar, kalau saya boleh buka lagi Conifernya, ya. At our profile, they stated there, our limit of in term of size. After that, kita kena bayar. We need to pay for the remaining archive content. Wait, yeah. I try to read my Conifer. It's just that's why sometimes Conifer, because they've been located at remotely server, right? Sometimes have a limitations in terms of speed. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Betul. 5 GB. Yeah. If we take a look at our profile, once we log in, we can take a look at we click at our profile. Down there ada account setting. We have a space use. Like myself, because I just use for a limited, just for sample for my student. Yeah, I don't do the case study every semester. So I don't archive 20 URL every semester. I just use 14% of my 5 gigabyte. So I still have many space. I guess for small range of archiving, yes, they can accommodate 5 GB, 5 gigabyte freely lah.
Ya, thank you Ibu Farrah.
Ibu
Thank you
Farrah.
Hasbi. Ya, Hasbi, terima kasih banyak sudah bertanya.
Saya
Dari
udah lupa to sign language.
Ya, nice to have you here, Hasbi.
Yeah, good.
Semangat ya teman-teman yang lain, jangan kalah sama Hasbi ya. Bu Farrah, ada salam dari kolega kami Pak Dr. Yunus Winoto. Ya, beliau hadir di sini ya, mengucap salam untuk Ibu.
Salam.
Ya.
Thank you for participating.
Ya, saya belum menyapa Ibu Sukaisi. Ini juga salah satu dosen senior di prodi kami. Ibu Sukaisi,
Ya.
terima kasih sudah
Terima
bergabung.
kasih, Prof.
Sama-sama.
Mungkin Ibu ada mau menyampaikan tanggapan untuk materi presentasi hari ini, Ibu Sukaisi.
Dalam bahasa Indonesia saja ya.
Iya, bisa.
Ibu, tentu akan sangat berguna bagi kami.
Terima kasih Prof. Farrah yang sudah memberikan penjelasan tentang arsip ya, tentang arsip digital, bagaimana mempreservasikannya dan sebagainya. Detail sekali begitu. Karena memang perubahan dari nilai-nilai archive ini sangat dibutuhkan ya untuk dewasa ini sebagai bukti autentik begitu.
Yeah.
Dan lagi pula bagaimana dengan adanya digitalisasi arsip itu tetap utuh begitu, tetap utuh keasliannya, terutama itu yang harus
Ya,
dijaga,
antik.
autentiknya begitu ya. Terima kasih banyak atas pemaparannya. Selamat menghadapi Hari Lebaran ya.
Hari Lebaran ya.
Mohon maaf lahir batin. Terima kasih Ibu Moderator, Dr. Nova, Ibu Dr. Terima
Iya,
kasih
sudah
Prof.
tidak sabar mau Idul
Terima
Fitri.
kasih. Salam Idul
Iya,
Fitri.
terima
Ya, selamat
kasih
Idul
Ibu
Fitri.
sekali sudah menyampaikan tanggapannya untuk Ibu Dr. Farrah Dina, dan ada the last question maybe for discussion session from Silmi Syahra. So please, Silmi Syahra, yeah, you can ask a question. Yeah.
Okay, first I want to thank Bu Nova for allowing me and Bu to ask this morning. So my question is, actually my question is familiar with Kak Regina about implementing the web archive in a smaller institution. So my question is it necessary to include this web archiving in the government policies? And if it's necessary, is it possible to implementing it since in Indonesia we have our data management, it's still developing, and some region still have the lack of internet access. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Silmi ya. Oke, Ibu Farrah, maybe you can answer the question.
Just now, I guess I miss in terms of policy, right? That's why I mentioned also. When we want to start or embark with web archiving policy, web archiving projects or initiative, we need to refer any act, akta ataupun policy that govern our process later on. Yeah? Like in Malaysia, or actually in Malaysia, the pioneer initiative start by our Sarawak State Library, yeah, Sarawak State Library. During but it's earlier than my GWA just now, yeah. Like Sarawak, Sarawak initiative, or our Sarawak State Library called Pustaka. Pustaka initiative is being governed by the Act of Legal Deposit Requirements of Sarawak State's Library Ordinance 1999. Yeah. Under this act or policy, they mention about any things or any informations about Sarawak, either in soft copy or hard copy, need to be secure. So from this act, Legal Deposit Requirement of Sarawak State Library Ordinance, the Pustaka take the initiative to start off the web archiving. They archive all the web related about Sarawak. And after that, when they have a huge collection already, library no longer cope with the technicals, expertise, the capability of the storage and so on, then this initiative already been privatized or took part by Selangor, took part by Sarawak State itself. So now they take over by the Sarawak State under the one division, IT division or subsidiaries. So like you all, maybe for the small scale, for our institution, for example. So maybe the initiative can be governed by our university policy, for example, who want to preserving the all university collection, right? So that is also what steps, or there is also the say or the obligation for us to archive every web content, because nowadays everything we put in the webs. So maybe if there is no act recently that can cover our practice, maybe the initiative need to take a look lah, in order to do or to create our own policy to endorse by our institution, or maybe later on we need to go for to the parliament of our country to make some endorsement in terms of digital web preservations. Because nowadays, like Malaysia, we also already go for digitization for all of our process. So it's aligned also with our web archiving practices actually. So I guess Indonesia also go beyond sometimes in terms of digitization as compared to Malaysia. So sometimes when we look at the acts or policy, there is some statement that can allow us to do this web archiving process with a structured and allowable manner. Hopefully I answer your question, Silmi.
Yeah, it's very clear. Thank you, Ibu Farrah.
Yeah, but Ibu Farrah, before we close this session, I'm curious about your opinion or your criticism to the web archiving in Indonesia. Maybe you can give some idea or some suggestion.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah, okay. I hope in the future we can have collaboration to elaborate the web archiving system in Indonesia.
Yeah. May I ask whether in your faculty already have such web archiving course or any archive course? Any related to archive?
In our faculty, prodi ya, apa? Program studi. Yeah, we have digital archiving study program in different faculty.
Different faculty.
Yeah, in fakulti apa? Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Ilmu Politik. And the students are attending, some students attending our Zoom meeting. Yeah, also, yeah, because the topic is very related with their needs. So many students from archiving study program visit also here with us.
Terima kasih, terima kasih.
Yeah. Thank you.
Semoga ilmunya bermanfaat ya.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will asking to before we close this session, I will ask again to Pak Agus to close the Pak Agus open and Pak Agus juga harus bertanggung jawab untuk closing. Silakan Pak Agus yang sudah begitu setia menyimak dari pagi hari sampai siang hari ini.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Farrah. I don't think you are older than me, so I don't know how to call you. Should I call you Ibu Farrah or Dek Farrah?
Oh, Ibu Farah. Yelah.
Usually, Ibu be called by someone younger. Okay, I'd just like to thank you for your uh, being here. For it's not you're not teaching us, you're sharing of your knowledge about the archiving. Even for me or for us in the faculty, it is very technical, but we can find the new site that web can be archived, because usually we know that archive is only for something being printed, something physical. Now we just know that web can be archived, and it's knowledge is very important, especially for the faculty, for the uh, diploma from the we have the diploma of uh, digital archive in faculty of digital archive in the faculty of social science and politics, and our program study don't use that archive very much, so we just find it as a new thing. And once again, I want to thank you, Ibu Diana, and we hope in the future we can still make a collaboration. Thank you very much.
Inshallah. Thank you for the opportunity also.
Ya, sangat bermanfaat Ibu untuk student kami to open wide their perspective about web archiving. And sebelum kita berpisah, kita foto dulu ya semuanya. Minta dibuka ya kameranya, foto bersama dulu untuk dokumentasi kita, untuk kenang-kenangan bersama Ibu Dr. Farrah. Mudah-mudahan Ibu Dr. Farrah tidak kapok ya untuk kembali nanti hadir.
Ya, insya Allah bisa.
Ya. Oke, silakan kepada operator Ibu Lucy untuk memulai sesi foto, memberikan komando. Terima kasih nih, udah pada dibuka kameranya nih, cakep-cakep, cantik-cantik. Siap-siap ya. Silakan Bu Lucy.
Oke, semuanya siap. 1, 2, 3. Sebentar ya. Ada 7, Bu. Sebentar ya, sebentar. Slide selanjutnya ya. Oke, siap. 1, 2, 3. Oke, sebentar ya. Masih ada nih. Agak banyak. Oke, slide selanjutnya yang ketiga. Siap, 1, 2, 3. Iya, kayaknya udah deh, Bu. Udah cukup. Udah selesai, Bu.
Iya, terima kasih untuk sudah buka kamera, sudah hadir semua. Terima kasih teman-teman dari Prodi Ilmu Perpustakaan Sains Informasi dan juga teman-teman dari Prodi Kearsipan, FISIP. Ya, senang sekali bisa bareng-bareng nih kita di satu kelas, walaupun Zoom meeting ya. Mungkin kedepannya Ibu Farrahnya hadir di sini, luring ya di Fikom. Tidak virtual ya, kita ketemu langsung dan teman-teman dari Prodi FISIP juga bisa hadir di sini dan suasana tentu akan lebih meriah ya.
Iya.
Oke, baiklah. Sayang sekali kita harus menutup presentasi dari Ibu Dr. Farrah hari ini tentang web archiving. Nah, semoga kita bisa melanjutkan materi ini di lain kesempatan. Terima kasih banyak Ibu Farrah sudah berkenan hadir dan berbagi, sangat-sangat bermanfaat materinya. Sampai bertemu lagi di kemudian hari. Saya Elnovani Lusiana sebagai moderator. Mohon pamit diri atas segala kekurangan dan kesalahan. Selamat melanjutkan ibadah puasa bagi yang sedang berpuasa dan selamat menanti Idul Fitri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Terima kasih Ibu Farrah.
Selamat berpuasa, salam
Ibu
lebaran.
Siti, Pak Agus, teman-teman pustakawan dan teman mama mahasiswa. Sampai ketemu kembali.
Ya,
Ya, mohon izin keluar.
ya, ya.